Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are working with day 3 of the 7 days of spring. And if you want more information on this collab that I'm doing, then check out my previous videos where I talk more about it. But I want to hop right in today because we have lots going on. I'm going to show you the printables that I'm working with today. I have a slight idea what I want to do today, but not really. I did cut these out and ink them up to save a bit of time. So this is the page 3 of Julie's kit. So let me show you. It's a bunch of really pretty ephemera pieces. Nice colors, really bright florals, love it. And then this is day 3 of Kara's page kit. So I think that today I'm going to do some kind of double pocket with this piece. I don't know why, but when I saw the line through the center here, I was kind of thinking, if you guys have been around, I'm actually going to fold it right there. It's not exactly the middle, but that's okay. If you've been around, you know that this is one of my favorite page ideas, and I am making this for a junk journal page or layout, so that's my take on it. So I think I'm actually going to just ink that up right there too. And then I think I'm going to use Kara's page for like the base of my whole page. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a double pocket, so the pocket will go on the side here, and I'll use everything else to kind of decorate it. I'm almost thinking that if I fold this in half, we will have a pocket on the top as well. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So I will ink this up. Okay, so just around the edges. I don't know how I'm going to put this into my journal yet. I think I'm going to save all of the things that I make for the very end, and I'll do a whole separate video where I will put all of these foundation pages into my journal, if you want to see that. So I grabbed this gold paper, and I think I'm going to cut out a piece that's just a slightly bigger, just to have kind of a frame. And there is going to be a little bit of a glare for a minute, so bear with me on that. Also, my child would not nap today, so if you hear her in the background, she's playing with her brother. I'm very lucky that they get along pretty well. Okay, and this is a little bit bigger than the page, but I know my journal is quite a bit bigger than this, so I'm actually just gonna go with it and let this kind of hang off the page and let that be okay. So we have all of these pretty pieces too, and I'm sort of thinking that I might want to go ahead and maybe, like, this is what I'll use to put in the pockets, and I'll use these as journaling cards, but I'm not quite sure. I do know that I'm going to take my punch, if I can find that, my little mini hole punch, and cut out some little dashes right here just to kind of show you that it's a pocket. Ink that up. Okay, let's see. I also grabbed some string, and I thought it might be fun to, I was thinking of honestly getting out my wax stamps, but I don't know that I'm gonna do that now, just because I feel like I feel like there's kind of a lot going on, and so I don't know if it would even be worth it to grab it out. But for some reason I thought it would be fun to tie some twine around, so I'm just playing around. I haven't done this yet, but I'm gonna go like that. I'm just gonna go for it and tie this, kind of try not to go too tight. Just gonna tie a little knot, and then I think I'm going to use my sewing machine. This is so different not having like a whole plan. Like I said, I kind of thought about it a little bit before, but maybe it'll be fun to hang some, like some charms or something like that. I really do want to add a wax stamp, but I don't know that I want to get it out. Okay, so actually let's go ahead now and I'm gonna attach this here. I'm gonna go to my sewing machine. Unfortunately, it's far away, so I'm gonna sew around the 3 edges, and then I'm also gonna sew down the middle like that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and sewed. I went to my little wax melting station, and I have a few that are already, I just lost that one, that I already made. I like to do this sometimes in the case like this where I want to add one, but I don't want to get all my supplies out. I'm debating because they both look like they would be pretty, and I just kind of wanted it to be right over the twine here. I think I definitely will be going for this one. It's gonna make this a little bit more dimensional, but I really like it, so I'm just gonna go for it and add this right here. I'm just gonna use my glue. I think I actually made a video making these. Now I'm gonna have to put some pressure on this for a few minutes, so I'm just gonna leave that, and let's go ahead and work on what I think I'm going to use as my tags. So I think for these 2 tags then, I'm going to punch a little hole and I'll put an eyelet. I have these big blue eyelets. I just thought that might be fun. So let's see. I'll just set this, and I could have backed this with like a thicker cardstock or coffee dyed paper, but I didn't, and that will be just fine. And we'll put this one right there. Okay. And then we can put some twine or trim in here to finish off these. I just went ahead and grabbed the same twine that wrapped around. So let's see how these look inside the little pockets. And then again, my idea was that these will be kind of used for journaling cards. So I think that looks really cute, especially with the eyelet. And there's that one. Okay, I really like that. So now we basically need to place this down on the page so I can decide if I want it down here or up. If I put it down here, then we can actually just glue around the 3 edges. Once again, I'm going to mark where that is on here. And we can turn that into a top loading pocket. Sorry if you can hear my kid in the background. She's being wild with Alistair. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to do that. I am going to place this right down at the bottom. And then I'm thinking we can turn this into a little pocket. And this little card, I kind of want to use everything. And so I was thinking that would have looked really cute underneath one of the pieces of twine here, but I think they're all glued down, are they? Yep, and I sewed them down. So maybe I will just, well, oh, I have an idea, actually. I'm gonna take it, put it on the top here, but fold it in half, and it's going to become a little tab. I really definitely gotta say that this collab has definitely challenged me a bit to use things that I might not typically use and use things in a different way that I might usually use things, so it's pretty cool. Okay, just going to staple, push down on that, make sure it's all getting glued down nicely, and then that can go right in the pocket there. I really like that. And then I typically, when I'm adding things to my junk journals, I'm usually adding photos and journaling, but definitely photos. So I'm trying to envision where I would put a photo in here, and I'm kind of thinking that I can either leave this as a flip and have a whole space in here that's white, I would probably cover it with another type of paper, or I could add a photo to the back of this. I kind of like to leave myself with a good amount of space to decorate when I'm actually doing the memory keeping. So I think I might actually leave this as is instead of gluing this shut. That way I'll have some room to work with it when I put it into my journal. I have this random piece of lace and I'm sitting here trying to figure out where can I add that. And I'm just gonna add it right over here just because I don't want to throw it away. So I might as well use it up. So this was definitely a much easier and a simple layout, but I really like how it turned out. I hope that you guys got some inspiration from it. I also just realized that I have these little, these are rub-ons, or rub-offs, I'm not really sure what you call it, from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just feeling like I want to use a couple of these as well. So let's just do it. Maybe a few buttons, but I want to cut those out like not perfectly, just kind of like, I'm just gonna go down here, have a little button action. We're gonna put this one up here. I can't believe these came from the Dollar Tree. So many butterflies, I feel like, all around me, which is funny because we're growing butterflies here at our house. Okay, so I'm just gonna scratch these off really quick just for my finishing touch. And please let me know down below if you are following along but you're also participating, and if you have video, if you have any videos making any of the, or doing any of the challenges, sorry I can't think right now, please let me know down below so we can all check out your channel. I'm sure it will be added to a playlist. I have heard there is a playlist, but go ahead and just leave it down below so we can be sure. Sometimes I notice comments before I'll notice a link to a playlist or something. There we go. That looks just kind of fun. I like it. There we go. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining along, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.